Hey, future Portlanders, this is Wesley Johnson, your friendly neighborhood real estate guide here in the beautiful city of Portland, Oregon. Today, we're going to dive into the fascinating world of the pros and cons of living in Portland in 2023. Whether you're considering a move, just curious, or a proud resident of Portland, Oregon, you don't want to miss this. Now, before we get into it, I was born and raised in Portland, Oregon. I lived in Los Angeles for 10 and a half years. I lived in New York for 2.5 years, and I've traveled to many of the big cities. So I have a good reference point on the good, the bad, and the ugly in Portland, Oregon. So let's get into it. Let's start with pro number one, a thriving population. Portland has grown and still growing. Like I said, I lived in LA for 10 and a half years, and just in that time and coming back, they've had a huge population surge. I think the number is about 13.59% is the most recent stats, and that could be a pro depending on how you look at it. You have people from different walks of life coming in and infusing themselves with the locals here. You got people coming from Chicago, you have people coming from New York, LA, not to mention other countries. And me personally, I like that. I like meeting new people, learning new things, learning new culture. So that's a pro to me. That's pro number one. I recently helped two buyers from out of state, one mature couple, get into a condo downtown. They were from Pennsylvania. And then I had this other couple that I bought a house for, or helped buy a house for, in Northeast Portland. And they were from also the East Coast, but they were an African American couple, a couple of doctors, and I got them a 4-bedroom, 3-bath in Portland, Oregon. So that's just a little insight on the different types of people that's moving into Portland. So yeah, that's pro number one. Pro number two, job opportunities. The job market in Portland is flourishing thanks to major corporations like Nike and Intel. And if you're into the medical field, we have Kaiser Permanente. Not to mention Amazon just opened a big hub here in Portland. So that's another job that's bringing in a lot of people and opportunity, which creates a bustling economic landscape with diverse career opportunities, attracting professionals from different fields, from different areas. It seems like once a month, I'm running into somebody that's starting with Nike or Intel. So job opportunity is definitely one of the pros. Pro number three is the food. Portland, Oregon has become a culinary paradise. Like I said, I lived in New York for 2.5 years. When I got back from New York, I was 185 pounds. I've been back for about 7 years now, and I got up to about 260 pounds. So, as you can imagine, I have since lost that weight. So I got my sexy back. So we won't speak on the weight gain. But this is definitely a foodie town. The food is good, delicious, with over 70 breweries. It seems like there's some type of specialty restaurant in every block. Not to mention the food carts. The food carts are out of this world. I haven't had a bad experience with a food cart. You have everything from the Middle Eastern food to the African food, all the way to Chicago style pizza, and not to mention the ice cream. If you're an ice cream person like I am, I love ice cream. You have to try Salt and Straw, the best ice cream I've ever tasted. So yeah, Portland remains a haven for food enthusiasts, and in 2023, the city continues to be a delight, and just offering all the global flavors and making this place just a place to sit down and have a great meal and drink your wine and any beer of your choice, the best beer. I've never been really a beer drinker. I did go through my stint of drinking beer with my, just because my friends was drinking beer, but it wasn't bad. So if you're a person that really likes diverse cuisine and appreciate it, that's definitely on the top, or should be on the top of your list as a pro for Portland, Oregon. Pro number 4 is transportation. Getting around Portland is pretty much a breeze. I mean, you have the TriMet system, and you have the Nike bike program for those who don't want to drive. To get anywhere in Portland, you're looking at probably about anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. It was a lot shorter back in the days. But Portland's commitment to a eco-friendly environment as far as transportation, it really shows and thrives in this town. So pro number 4 is transportation. So pro number 5 is outdoor adventure. If you're into outdoor activities, yes, Portland is the place for that. I'm not particularly an outdoor person, so it doesn't float my boat. But Portland, I mean, it has a wide range of activities that goes with every season. I mean, you have fly fishing, you have hiking, you have biking. We have our own bike lanes here in Portland. So, Portland really embraces the active and natural-centric lifestyle, so to speak. So if you're into that type of thing, Portland is definitely the place if you want to get your outdoor activity on. So that is definitely a pro, if that's what you're into. Pro number 6 is the weather. We have all 4 seasons, and the seasons are not really extreme. I know I went to Arizona for the first time about 2 summers ago. And that heat, I wasn't ready for the heat. The heat was something different. I had to stay in the house. So we don't have those extreme temperatures. It does rain a lot. But not as much as Portland. But it does, Portland, it's a nice balance. So you don't have the pressure like in LA of staying in the gym all day because you have to keep your beach body on. We have our winters where you can, gain a little weight and, warm up your significant other during the winter months if you have one. But yeah, the 4 seasons, different seasons we have here is definitely, in my book, a plus. I like the calm the different seasons bring. So that's a pro. Cons of living in Portland, Oregon in 2023. And starting off at number 1 is the rainy weather. Could be considered a con to most. It could lead to mood changes, depression, having that constant rain always coming down, especially if you're accustomed to sunny weather. Like I said, I lived in LA for 10 and a half years, and I lived in New York for 2.5 years. New York has some extreme weathers, and LA was always sunshiny. So you had to stay in the gym, keep your body right, because it can go down at any time. Portland is a little bit more relaxed. So although the rainy weather adds to the lush surroundings of our town, yes, it could hinder some outdoor activities if you're into, doing the outdoor thing, a lot. Con number 2, housing challenges. So the city's growth has led to rising housing prices in some areas in 2023. And also we have higher interest rates, which is causing a lot of buyers to fall out the race and causing some sellers not to want to sell right now. So that is posing some challenges in today's market. So you have to be very strategic when navigating this real estate market. Con number 3 is the traffic. Like I said, I was born in Portland, Oregon, and there was a time where you can get anywhere in the city in 10 to 15 minutes. But due to a lot of people moving to our beautiful city, that has changed. You're looking at anywhere from 20 to 35, sometimes 40 minutes, depending on how far east or west you need to go. So the traffic has slowed down a lot since back in the day. But still, when you're comparing big cities like New York, if you drive, or LA, it's still not as bad. But a lot of Portlanders, they consider that a con because it was a lot easier to get around in the town. All right, so con number 4, and probably the worst of them all, is the homeless challenge. Portland is facing a significant homeless issue in various parts of the city. So while efforts are being made to address this, people will notice our homeless issue, whether they're coming to visit. Homeowners are really being affected by this in some areas. It's not as bad. Well, yeah, it's gotten that bad. I was finna say it's not as bad as LA and New York, but as a Portlander, we haven't seen this type of thing before. I mean, you have Skid Row in LA, and I thought that was bad. So a lot of the areas is reminiscent of Skid Row in LA when I walk around the town. But there are some places in Portland where you won't really experience the homelessness or see the homelessness around your home. It's when you start getting out and venturing out close to the freeways and busier parts of the town. So in my area, it's a freeway close to where I live, and so you will see the homeless people around the freeway on the overpass and the off ramps and things of that nature. But what you gonna do? Hopefully they'll fix it soon because the town it's not as pretty as it used to be. It used to be real clean, great vibes. Portland's still a beautiful city, but that does it roughens it up a little bit. So yeah, that's con number 4. Navigating these aspects will help you make a more informed decision on whether or not Portland, Oregon is the right fit for you in 2023. So thanks for watching my video on the pros and cons of living in Portland, Oregon in 2023. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't hesitate to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so every time I upload a video, you'll be notified. So thanks for exploring with me, and I look forward to helping you soon. Peace out.